kwame atua mo kwan ya kakrakai ene mo ntɔ petro mo de da kasa kesiem mo ho atɔ mo nti mo gire se nyina ho atɔ ye
stress free
ye ka se mo betena no me fra no pɔ wateatia mu saa na minim de mo se de mo sisua mo propaganda ne fa yet Nkrumah agenda one hospitals I kufu adu see here akwan me ba na me nua panyini ka say ofri Abreport Junction be do taking almost 2 hours. I was in a meeting as regional officer. I was in a meeting mampanyini echras as anti-my kwanye before say be internal rules and sani akoye so am interchange. Assuming say kwanye gu pempe college akosi echire ho no mo abesi ya anya sa kwan ni nyina ngugu su ko tare anke ye so am interchange nke de ne be ye. Ye na nke be ye. Kwan ketwa ye de ja mo mfie mienu ye muntimi ntu ho anamo ene obi firi Accra to Kumasi it take 11 hours 11 hours ene bi no fa kaso an yakopie mankesim kaso to Accra aden
until say ye behu say economy ne ye nti teacher for na demonstration na ja demonstration ye tuo mo ka no we cannot take the left hand side and ignore the right hand side.
Okay.
How?
Okay.
Let us not, and I'm not saying this against Atufos and Kwao.
No.
I am saying that without economic growth and we ignore economic development. Economists were the paper and those things don't have any effect. They don't affect. Nanja. When the economy is growing, that is soon in your manama yeti wohono. It nyese yeti. Hey, who says see the fear and now masu come no. Nanya papa krono so ya papa ben.
So Nkrumah said the statement by majority they are correct.
The statement by majority
in terms of operational loss of 15 billion, they are correct. Minority position about the total effect of the losses of 35 billion, they are also correct. However, we are some okay, but Bibi woman ne me pese me chirim.
Okay. Abusia we de mamenchi ona memo akwa banfa umbra run the report so ene mesre said ye we bia no obeji break akra na wahwe video yi animdifo bi atenase akunini bi atenase na wono motenase na omode omai enema bi agunsane ni adoso no na sese de wono matimi am ye hu se omai Ghana ye nhede nyina ye we sikase mu na obiti se Professor Smart Sapon wono wanya daji akirikire mu pa ama ensem bia na Ghana fo bebre no a enhyeda entiase na NDC amonyokuo mu ade hietimi babonten na wono ma ba bekirem omode ya amonwesem ne ade ne enkyiremu no aba a mepese wo NDC ne wo MPP ne o ubenya daji na watie bi eno da nchen a opani ya otwato ya yetie ni oye the great economist ya kase obi ye economist anase obi onim nimdifo fiscal policy mo ya kasika semu a mepese obeje bre na watie opani na wanya daji akirikire mu pa sanso na menua bema Raphael ya wono soso oye okasamafo de MPP amonyokuo no asantemantam wono soso waka ho bia ne wono nyina doso nema bia ni ama NDC na amonyokuo mu de hye a wobetena ho no se wono betwetwe nkomo no in fact omo amane hu se won san kɔ na onkoka nche na aban ne se nema bi ho no ma onwo so ne ho na enma enkoyi nyasa Ghana de ya to abese no anesa ye beka ya bese na otwetwa mu yi kasa ho bi eba kodwo Oppong Nkrumah one Sammy Gyamfi yo ye CEO de ma good board ntem ya ne nyina na fa Bank of Ghana kasusuru ya babeda ho ya omode betu dwa se onoma boka 15.6 billion Ghana cedi ema MPP minority in parliament so de betu abonte ka se da bi almost 40 billion Ghana cedi enti almost 7 no kan enya no kore ne no ene nkyiremu no aba be kire se Sammy Gyamfi ana se MPP NDC yaban wo mo ne Bank of Ghana de wo mo ka no fine efa baby na ewom saa so na de MPP anase minority in parliament o mo so baby o mo kan no so ewom na ni nkyiremu no ene sen nkyiremu ode aba no kire se ampa se NDC amonyokuo de no o mo kan o makofa na ta so baby eye no kore se saa na te ewo ho ena MPP amonyokuo so de o mo de ade na ani finchim ena aba betudwa eno nti ene opani anyadaje akire ma me hu se he se ensem o Sammy Gyamfi betena TV show a wo kan ya NDC for ebo ensem hia de man nyina no se wa adena chia kura ya enye sa na tia 2002 wo hwe fiscal policy document a je under je ekufo o mu release ye no a kyerɛ sɛ deɛ ɔmo ka no ɛnyɛ saa ɛna ɛpa kyerɛ ɛnyɛ saa ɛna ɛpa kyerɛ na sɛn ɛna ɛpa kyerɛ nya dagye na yɛntie mpanimfoɔ nkɔmmɔ yɛ a wɔn atwetwe ɛwɔ Kesben yɛ a wɔn ne kwabena wosu dankɔ a ɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ wadaroma bɔ mmɔden sɛ wɔbɛ like video yi de ama me afei nso so share ne titiri paa no wɔn nso fa wadwen kyerɛ bara yɛnkɔ ne yɛnkɔtie animdifoɔ yi nsɛm yi kakra.
His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia na nwumre me chia no papa doctor oma menua Patrick Atwi amre wa bo Dr. Bawumia din almost about 12 Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eniema wugiri se ye ya anye yi ntina Ghana foto abati aye no ntina etinchen ti se monya akwanya se mubu Ghana monye ne ye na monye making references to the new patriotic party and His Excellency Dr. His Excellency the President of Ghana President John Dramani Mahama eba Asante Mem said the Patrick Atwi no say a housing project NDC for the first time in the history of this country. Housing project NDC person we na Asante Mem dey so project na who dey die na menuen why ne Ghana ha no me ne hyase ano power radio station bi and was abeto was ade ko ntimi said was tie mu no in Asante region the first housing project NDC if in 1979 omo be na Asante Mem ha eno na wo ye hu dede so ano me mpa e bone say at least omo nhye omo ho animunyam na enye like you hunu adan no for the MPP okwa Asokore Mampon you can see those buildings say Asokore Mampon housing project MPP ensa no adwuma so okwa RCC na okwo a lawyer a judge for adan a egu onya asenketo a e na okwo atwema nwa bi atwema nwa bi aja George Kumkofo house in here state house in MPP be egu bebrebe so the hospitals are horror basis here doctors building e dey kan ho a uncountable ti e be send this for so mo ko hye bia se e the day so a mo hwe na o mo nka ho asem na ye hu sa adan no sisi and again dollar wo form wo the NDC compare MPP amamo fun we amamo kankan we NDC ne mampanyin joma ama ebu ne mampanyin okuma se ntimi pese o tie yen ntimi pese
no
I'm trying to mampanyin hwe no I know democracy mampanyin Ghana mampanyin hwe amamo kankan we amamo fun we NDC ebu wo di be compare MPP in 2016 yeah campaign yeah major campaign message na ye free SHS 2016 yato abawie by September 2017 na Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia free SHS na Ghana kuro bia constituency bia district bia efie biara enya aban so mfaso kwala bia ekosuku wo Ghana until 2020 COVID-19 ba ya ye face ye major challenges. I will link that 2020 to 2022 Bank of Ghana kai boy ana ubusa ne say e de na asi Ghana ha ye ko boka 44 billion ni ubusa ho asan ko refer to 2022 9.5 billion kai ka bigum okay inflation now say about for na ko akua for me no kasa na since October November December ebesi ne ye ntua akua for ka NDC aban for the history of this country if you said Ghana buy aban bie ni ho ade adwoma ama ne NDC ayo ma ebida si atoko akuafo koko yes ye ntua omka na ne koko akuafo timi kari koko na one koko krachi koko krachi dwane fa ha na koko kuani afa ha yeti krom ha ene ye de koko koma edwam ne akoton obetra de compare MPP in the history of NPP politics democracy and always MPP ayibida oka dollar ko form no kasa na free SH eno asempa FM eye opin omo microphone Ghana for so omo nye call ko extra charges ene aba free SHS na edi jamo no na akwala hye school atade kwa yenye examination fee bibia ye free ene ko questions ni problems are e wo current free SHS wo say dollar form dollar ni edi buku mu amamu na wo butre Ghana for in practice we don't feel the NDC dollar there say wo form no wo betena ha wo no ho ato wo di de ene yeti Nkrumah teacher for bi a kira de over 1 year yentu obaka da bia mu ye demonstration ko Haruna minister ni office ultimi nkasa ase wo betena ha o promise teacher ni nurse for automatic recruitment for almost mobile e muntimi nye recruitment mbo mo se mo ma clearance omo ko system no so no mo apply o muntimi apply we amamu amamwa any benefit to the ordinary people omunya yenya so mfaso bokum na ubu man sani ebu man and a dollar from dollar be no from me no kasa ne NDC omu major campaign message omu the contract any Ghana for sign 2024 na 24-hour economy 24-hour economy after 1.5 years mampanyi joma ama ne rekura fi.
Hey, you know what to turn him out what you secretary tomato.
Kodi say na mampanyi joma ama ka kire ya. So see ebe no wachi awachi ebe to bia na do.
Ka se ebe no wachi. Da be no mampani ka se ebe do wachi.
Oh, Kodi.
Da be no ka se ebe no wachi.
Kodi radio ayetie.
Da you mampani jina he no ka se ebe no wachi.
Hey. Me say Nkrumah omo ti akonwa so me see you one control emotions and your temper. Ube describe omo style bia. Ube wie no anu ho. Ube try compare the NDC MPP. Ghana hana minim boni ya MPP for ya Ghana for nti ya mfom so kakra bia. The kwan omo de fa so. Sometimes governance we make errors.
Anyway.
We make mistakes. Na NDC aban ya waba 1.5 years. 1.5 years. No single policy. No single policy. No single policy. See, I say aban we ba ye. Omutua nkokra foka, ana omutua merewa foka. Omama fa ahudi abagana fo nipakuo bi mu. Apart from mo NDC fo a kwame atua mo kwan ya kakraka yi ene mo ntop petro. Mo de da kasa kesiem mo ho atom. Nti mo gire se nyina ho atoye.
Stress free.
Ya kasa mo obetena no me fra no power tie mu saa na minim de mo se de mo sisua mo propaganda ne fa. Yet Nkrumah agenda one hospitals I kufu see here akwan me ba na me nua panyinika say ofri Abreport Junction be do taking almost 2 hours. I was in a meeting as regional officer. I was in a meeting mampanyini extras as anti-my kwan e be for so be internal rules and san yakoye so am interchange. Assuming say kwan egu prempe college akosi chire ho no mo abesi anya sa kwan ni nyina ngugu su ko tare anke ye so am interchange nke de ne be ye Elian and Kebeye. Quite get why the jam won't fear me and you want me to one among. And there will be free a crowd to Kumasi. It take 11 hours. 11 hours. And there be no far cast one Yakopie, Mankesim Castle to Accra. Ade, I didn't want end this guy. More some home salmon and the Wabatran Mojo and Ding. As a man,
the indicators are showing green.
Indicators,
indicators no
indicators no quadruple woman thing. And I know a table woman MP and a NDC MP. NDC MP Sanja Nanja and a TV soon was in a queer phone on Tim Conacrasi. And a queer for the bro go room, yet Tim talk. And a queer for the bros, sa inflation. Yes, your form no inflation, and to me reflecting any nothing. Indicators by Ubu my obukum. Ubu my NDC abai Mubu my obukum. And on my man who chill homo. Yet that's doom so. Macatron and a person there, Nkrumah Mugua Walia. NDC dum so we gu awale e dia na moye die pa no NDC ye no Nkrumah enwanwa a wo de compare Baumia as vice president or the nim die digitalization mobile money interoperability wo de compare Baumia why o den chale mo ntimi mu man na mo compare ba bi ntram ya nwene ho oni abre o
kasi sen
ke o de die asie die me kansie ni se so tie nim die nche mu ayenua prince wo ye one of the expert wo bank kese a wo da no a eni eduma pa woye ninchire mu anwumire ode ma yin keni se menuan kwade ya amanyosem yet Ghana ha ye Bank of Ghana yesi kase management of the economy inflation dia ndie ni nyina ahye ne nsa no ona bebu akonta se waboka almost 44 billion
was it 15.6
ono ne de obeka na asase nko no se 9.5 na osase nko awa anka ne ye 15 point something and a minority ne sis there bi woboa busa achire ye kabo almost 44 billion operation ne nyema nyina aka ho wabo kai kade wabo enam se yentimi mmagim free wo ntine mra no nkyere yenza na be kyire ba so wabo kai nyahwe sa sikaru ne de betima ye school for classrooms as kan betimi asie ke odi woni mabunu a epe nnwuma Nkrumah sa 44 billion no betimi afa omunwuma woni akwan horo a 44 billion no betimi asie na pasem pa bi kache Ghana for na yente wase a o se MPP boka 2022 enu nti ne pamo ye no MPP boka 2023 enu nti na Ghana for to abetie ya iti aye no ti mu pasem pa bi aka kire ya o mu pasem pa bi nka kire na ndisi ya bre
but that's it prof Kapone mame.
Right. And you know, median car Bank of Ghana body. For me, yem pennis idea, but I can young one because Sabi omunumu hoa omunum ye last resort. Minienko ye bia no muneso mu intervene. In their intervention, ye hweso be intervene to the extent say omu moka because omuso they are guided by principles and guidelines in
them. Can ebe put the country on its feet. Now you move on. They shouldn't. It's because UTS personally omo can say do maboka there, but I mean stability in a way. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, bon komo way because 2022, 2023 there no. Ebe a campaign message ma NDC for.
Okay.
To the extent that they were calling for the head of the Bank of Ghana boss Sabre. So I say. And so Bank of Ghana no so na adwene say on tena honhwe ma o man ni nyina ento form say team ti o intervene. And dey Ayeka intervention kro ya na Ayeka.
Yeah.
And it is true say that inflation was 23 through their actions and adino a pulling at the about 3.4 or so percent. Until umaye bibi Ghana for any tua exchange rate inflation ama ene sane money nyina wo form enti wa bo ho ka emra na inflation was 53% at the same peso obo ka de ba 23%. Do you get it? Enti omu nyina ye bibia e your mind intia from 53 to 23 30 percentage points difference. Or the Bohunka 13 billion Ghana cedi. Obinswaba from 23 to 3% and also 20 percentage points difference. Or also the neck bet one in a year can. And yes, I need the but I began come because Emras our first cannibal. Political season in charge and we share. Na minia at force and nomine umu no lead a finance team no campaign no. To be analysis man ko ba say any addition there e kana wa bono obeka kofi aba into be has national security for ko ni fie ni ese ko edense e ko chino se ko money search all because he was the head of the bank when the bank recorded those losses. Inti me dem imagine say the political bit na ebe mu no e na men na yete Ayeka sa asem we. And if the politicians will accept send this for be jatum so at the same bulk higher they can assemble there, then you must grant the MPP the opportunity. Yeah, to also speak when Minister Manso Boka. Na say Obako there they won't mean come because you can't compare yourself Momo Munina and Kebi. Na Nina Kakronoa. But from where I sit no, Omunina will be the chre. Siama has something to show. Say yes. Dollar ended at 14.7. Now my name is Prince Felix here. Meanwhile, it went as far as to 16 point something at the point. It was able to pull down to a certain point. From 14.7 to, if I say 11%, and
11 cities here.
But I say
11 cities now.
If I say 11 cities today, I mean, it's the average around 11 cities today. From 14% to 11, about 3 percentage point difference. From 16 to 16.7 to then, it's also another 3 percentage point here. So the exchange rate effect on the interventions, the Bank of Ghana's intervention in the effect on the exchange rate, as your money at the same phone now BB to show. And they all tell you say you need lead to Kana your boy, you know. And so the first one near the politics and in at the same free or you buy and chilling to national security for Uncle Bunu Punani, then there. And now men and also okay. Nanka Bank of Ghana, the Sebi Aban Nahoma Nkrumah Mechanical. They would have done everything possible to intervene in an economy that is struggling. Shebra now prices connect. Maybe the boy MPP force boss and Russia, Ukraine, or Yamuna Mudebai. And so Oba want to shewa. Oba was smart to them. A biaso in Jawa Odechi, and we see new run every demo. Oba ni choki. Yeah. So the intervention was necessary.
Okay.
10 billion intervention, say billion intervention, exchange rate near stability near the England. It was necessary. Yeah, quite a minimum na because economy ya yesua economy ya yesua was screen na very very simple. Se o person kire se otibia mu ya so hu a new team it must have some relationship with near yehu abontin. So otibia mu ye pa Ebiana first na mudidi once a day. say we fear for we bush for you so we need the muye pay day ni. If you're doing na 2 times a day and not 3 times a day and not be something must show. In the cons we say that the measurement of economic growth must have a direct impact on economic development.
Okay.
We are not recording equivalent economic development to the economic growth.
I think well-laid foundation, according to the
Me
president.
I have time. Me I have time because a futuristic dream. Me die so pa say yen kwa memu ha. Ankasa simple economic theory is man for the when they say the economy is growing, it has an effect on the development of the people. No, we are not there. Anybody that tells you we are there, is lying to you.
Okay.
Until say who say economy ni ye, inti teacher for demonstration ye we cannot take the left hand side and ignore the right hand side.
Okay.
How?
Okay.
Let us not, and I'm not saying this against Atufos and Kwao.
No.
I am saying that without economic, economic growth and we ignore economic development. Economists the paper and those things don't have any effect. They don't affect. Nanja. When the economy is growing, that is soon in your manama yeti it nyese yeti. Hey, who says this year the fear and now mercy come no. Nanya papa krono so papa ben. And I'm not blaming the finance minister currently. I'm not blaming the previous guy. Let us all sit at the country and say before we come to radio and say BBI fine no. I friend economic growth no. I and they are upgrading from B- to B no. I and amongst I think the first 18 African countries, Ghana enter will be eighth
largest economy.
Do you get it? The time we begin to tout ourselves on that left hand side, no. Yeah, as a people. Timemufo no enukra na hye o man man abufuo more because me ye obate fie. Na sabi yenire ni skanti ni minidi. Ebia once a day bi. Na ye se we fi dem papa ye yie.
Onyeska.
When sika ye ka sika fe okumasi kro to so nwotwe. You see what I mean? Na say me fie me ne me maame nom ni me nuanom ye da so ti baby eti a let's work towards it. It will be my biggest dream one day say oh my be sorry. Not the things we tout ourselves about rigidities are this where ye that inflation is this where ye that no. Nanka one day nanka translate into economic development. Nanka translate it na obia enya ne bebrebe so me sure say adwurafo esu ni ade enya say bia sabio ni kase bi no mu hwe but many omo say abura na eton 1002 me dey about 1000 and to me dey about 900 and to me dey about 500 and to me dey about 800 and to me dey about I be do 400
still I am
you see the problem enye omu problem na enye say bia keke say yen to keke no. To the extent say otiso kra ka udi unobi di ade anu kra na say be 1000
to 4 boy
to 4 boy the mam 8 nefa
still I am
or the 3002 or the about 1001 ya or the about 1000 ya on fan chana o person ye den kwabra sisi person ye den on fan che na bro ye dia ne kwa on fan chana and the economics we learned in school no sabe ba kun ten home free ba kun na me say at the end of the entire economics we learned in school, higher learning economics will equate it into just 2. From undergraduate is to stabilize the economy, help it to grow. But at the end of it, I said translate it into what we call economic development. And in Ghana, Akayen. Into Mestre Minu at first in the team, President Team, yes, you are doing well at the left hand side. But before we can come together and say, why are there no? Yenti mean to not fear and to say, I papa is can you or yes, you ne come the wofie. Na ya so light and presso. Nano, try for her say. Yes, say, na she generator need doom say a
power me no issue.
Power me no issue. You doom light into a sunny generator.
And a beshia.
And no so generator and a light and so by a brain. Whatever it is, whatever it is.
There was power crash.
Metiasie, kwame metiasie. Ebia ne nyam. Ebia electrician nenye good. Ebia electrician nenye good. Ebia we all the factors can be. But I tell you say the brebre ama.
Amani ama.
Senka brebre ama. Ebia nka mane ama. Ebi mpa nka dan nka behye dada. Me nyesa me ka de tia da ewura. Ebia nka dan nka behye dada. Ba yesi asem si wo mfikyira ye bo odin ka ho. Sisi aye dan ye bebodum so aka ho. Wa na ekosi dan na ma papa no. Wa na ekwakoto niam na gum. Ni ane na ma se wa na ekoto ama no. As ashegu, let's think about how to ye do baby a. Mema mo me monyi yesu bebiri. Let's not be too happy if we are being praised. At the expense of ye praise ye no na ye Nkrumah yaw. Kokokua ni asabio ya tini sika na so ye mfa ma no. So te se my o my no ha se de Ghana baby edu no. Oh na kwa se me papa kwa eje sapon a yes sa wa ye na metifie na
komode. All right, that's it, Prof. My main messages in the Kakrana Banafe yen twaso ewo hanom. Teacher Bonti ewo Asante Achim of Wasisi. Good evening, Kodi. Let's not deceive ourselves that we are getting there in terms of the economy. Things are falling apart. Okay, yeah, that's it. Teacher Bonti Diano. Good evening, Kodi. I don't know who to the hene nana abuaje ya owo hwidiemu. Santia Chimfidiemo say, but I'm happy with the answers the lady gave you about the express road. We just needed double lane railway line from Kumasi to Accra and Accra to Chakra instead of new express road. Let's think far anyway.
Particular Obisa question be my answer be by and I'm until
also the honority no
Alright, the woman said. The debate about Bank of Ghana laws, majorly say position are majority. Can Raf, you know to know. Okay. What's that? Who I am a dead with cab and yes, I come back.
Yoko.
You had introduce you.
So,
Nkrumah said the statement by majority, they are correct.
The statement by majority
in terms of operational loss of 15 billion, they are correct. Minority position about the total effect of the losses of 35 billion, they are also correct. However, we are some okay, but BB woman ne me pese me chirim. Okay. Say okokai the Banking Act 2002 at 612, I think section 7. The directive be eto ho emra situation be etesa beden ebesi into obi a wanya adaje aka the bank of the financial statement na abeto abonten a debate aba no. In fact all the tesenmpo tro no omu ka say the operational loss of Bank of Ghana ASA. However, according to IFRS, that is International Financial Reporting Standard, say whenever such situation, they said they are debate about umudibia equity, umudibia classified as operational loss. No, say a year, according to international practice, you should recognize it as loss. And if we were to go by the international standard, na ebema de minority asema omo kano. However, the same group of people, Oma Act, Omo passing the year 2002. At 612, Oma Cultural under section 7 say, when Bank of Ghana by the end of the year, in fact, ye free be functional currency, ye ka functional currency, o Ghana ha, ye sika ye didi ejuma, ye didi ejuma, any Ghana city, and in preparation of our account, ye use a functional currency. However, Ghana or bank bia ye friend Ghana International Commercial Bank London, ye wo other currencies ye wo IMF. If in the process within the year no ukoto let's say dollar at the cost of 12 cedis na say afeno ebeko na wie by 31st December value no about 10 cedis ya the difference in a normal operational trading profit and loss na ye prepare and a loss of 2 cedis on each 10 cedis. Okay. However, at na Ghana for any agi 2 money say enka normal operational activities in one Prof, closing stock balance in there. Faculty treaty equity. entina loss no operational loss na be 15 billion but we had the exchange rate differential entina me try to explain what you call by functional currency the exchange rate differentials na eno the Bank of Ghana and trading within the period no they are hitting equity enti I think that omunyina so mo kan no no correct but one is not necessarily being honest to the figures may can we because in the year 2024 Ukop Bank of Ghana Act a Bank of Ghana financial statement na ebi wom nti asem say ba na debate ni sha ase ani a sha ase akọ akiri in fact uko the year 2024 there na no Bank of Ghana enya gains na wonya ye ne say so we had the value of gold or toy any the foreign reserve or toy sika or the toy at that time no answer na afene be kọ na wie no so we value the closing stock me use closing stock said be a layman beti ase ti sika na e ka ye na no de o man ton na sidi no enya benefit ye den ewo mu enti say difference no ya metruti anka Bank of Ghana operational income ho ye de kokan no equity ho
okay
enti ema equity ni gina ye afi the treatment nem de enam say the difference between the gold value in the course of the year na umotoye as against the final value of the last trading day which is 31st December na price na is a drop into no ama all report to it will appear as loss and the law as enacted in 2002 under former President J. Kufuor they stated categorically that se wunya such figures na a part of closing stock data na wo na don't treat it as operational loss but rather kotifri usika na wo de akɔhye dwumanim no a ye fe no equity no eno na ma wo peke da 19 billion e de kɔhye equity won ti kwabra se mere wo ma kama de be kom 11111 enti obi asema wo ka ye but in terms of interpretation one is intellectual
you hear the pros and cons of whatever has happened in terms of sa lossy because rough
okay nukwe wo me say Wabra nukre wom ne say enye good sign emfa mobia
enye good sign
must 30 professional position
enye good sign
the reason is that and I know no dey ne see okay so 2017 2018 financial sector clean up na there were some financial institutions that were closed down what were the reasons? They have liquidity challenges, and Bank of Ghana classified them as they are not solvent. So the difference between liquidity, ineya kwaramedoka, masa famsi kama mitumbutu manam do ade eden ama. Solvency medoka, but me hwe eniema me wa.
Mintimintu akasisi.
Like ochinachi, ochinadechi, and the next 1 year kra wo ba. Me japadia me wono do so sene me ka me de intimate me do sika ama ho ti anytime bia ano nipa wote abrabom na agba o ko gbo abraba make sure that we asset at every material moment higher than our liability and no ye fa ne se wo kwa ho kirem kura ne se uni liquid cash wo ho sesi a me de betua wo ka enam se me wo japadia na niema bi ebetimi de ensa to so ama matua wo ka no ye fa ne se ka me de wo no enye hu
okay
now why this example Bank of Ghana close banks be down or major banks be down because of insolvency because of liquidity challenge into you the regulator who you sue the same set of rules standard at the close some financial institutions down it is therefore not proper that you will continue to incur losses. As I may come one day to India, but I may come
I don't know for tablets. Me pacho janu manikanasem. Janu manikanasem. Manikanasem. Me pacho makuga. Janu manikanasem.
Eti nukro omne say as a country enya de a good sign edemai
emfa enyina baby a omde kohye se omde boa ma currency no and economy na tinye gina yie ne nkro ne ba ne nyina no sisi hu ne se
ever way the reasons na omo asane ye no eto asomu
But no kuro wom ne say obi so atimi aye ama ne currency ne aye very stable abra wa amboka. We mean nye bibia ho me industry nim tia na misuru kame yet say rafa with this in-depth adena I would have addressed the issue from different point of view. Kwabra what I said that say but no kuro ne say by the end of the day Bank of Ghana is the last resort of all financial institutions in Ghana. Ubia ho kire na ban ho kire na ono ne ebeko. Therefore it is expected that they will set a good example. Amubia eden edisubi. Until the reasons assigned clearly in terms of policy wise Ubiaji to me said they are not profit making organization. Uma amaso mu be didwa eden enyamfa so. Ba yansan tranche ho se be didwa so fa eden e fa boka. Enti at man Fabian Benkabin Kaho. Busafa ye nuanom ne tia setire e be munya mai. Enti and by the end of the day we nyahwe kra na some level of break even continuously so where the pace now the regulator making losses at least the last 4 years now it's not a good sign and they must do things differently so share yeah after the financial sector clean up when our losses in the shares because there was that perception that their supervisory regime no was a bit relaxed. There were a lot of compromises because of Enyema Bibri one say umu condition of service ne binye into when some of them even goes to the field they were compromising. I can tell you one of the good things that Dr. Addison introduced in Bank of Ghana was the fact that in the Bank of Ghana ni Mao Bank MA supervision o man vortic water cra on. At least I've been in the industry for so long a period, the last 18 years. Oh, first, in a normal practice at the mine, will be bar or the Baja or dear. But I can tell you,
nothing.
A free 2017 ever, I've been the top there. All money shoe on them, cry on them.
Okay.
Orban, first, no be all back catch or baby, I made a nay. They have changed it in terms of ethics. Ethical standard o ma sesa niam bebre ama se u breach kakra bi a o be kire den e wo soro inti ama o enforcement regime no they have strengthened it. However, I think that we need to balance it and whichever method that they can use to revise the downward trend of na say losses na air cost on it's not sending a good signal to the public.